keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out up top to the left side. Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath. Then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome everybody to the holiday edition here for North Dakota Class A boys basketball. Lisbon Broncos bumping up here to Division A or Class A for North Dakota High School Activities Association 2023-2024 season. Broncos currently 0-1 in Region 1, and they have a overall record of 2-1. They picked up wins on the 9th and the 15th of December. The 9th of December, they defeated Maple River by a score of 52-42, and the 15th of December defeated Enderlin 65-23, taking home the GOAT, bringing back Red Knob to Lisbon, North Dakota. And then they were defeated on the 19th of December in a close one. This was at Wahpeton, 62-69. That was a Region 1 contest for the Broncos. They're out of Region 1A against the Wahpeton Huskies. They dropped that one 62-69 up in Wahpeton. Ellendale, with a record of 2-2, opened up the season on the road, dropped for the first two games of the season to Hankinson and Oaks on the 11th of December. Hankinson defeated the Ellendale Cardinals 46-69, and then Oaks topped the Cardinals by a score of 54-48 on the 15th of December. So it started out two away games, came back, picked up a pair of wins on the 19th and 21st of December. They defeated the Winery Lidgerwood Warbirds 50-35, and then also hit the half-century mark on the 21st of December, 50-34, defeating the South Border Mustangs on the 21st of December. So that is your Ellendale Cardinals and Lisbon Broncos coming into today's contest. We got Class A against Class B. Ellendale out of Region 2B. The Broncos out of Region 1A here for this 2023-2024 season for North Dakota High School basketball. So we're going to step away, take a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with our starting lineups here live from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Ryder Burris. I'm confident on the ice. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
All right, welcome back. Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We're going to go ahead and get our national anthem out of the way here from the gymnasium. We'll step away, take another word from our sponsors, and we'll be back.
Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota-Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Hey, welcome back here. Starting lineups for today's contest. North Dakota High School Class A boys basketball. We do have Region 1A against Region 2B here. Lisbon Broncos out of 1A. Ellendale Cardinals out of 2B. Just like to welcome everybody near and wide, far and wide here for today's contest between the Broncos and the Ellendale Cardinals. So you're looking at your starting lineup for the Ellendale Cardinals. You have guard, 5'8" senior, number 15, Jack Bommersbach. Guard, 6'3" senior, number 23, Mason Mullen. Another guard, 5'10", sophomore, number 52, Braxton Hokana. Forward, 6'8", senior, number 3, Cade Shimke. And forward, 6'2", senior, number 20, Anton Geller. And the Cardinals are coached by Brian Vance and assisted by Jared Lamata. Here's your Broncos home team on the scoreboard today. The Broncos starting off with their guard, 5'9", senior, number 2, Jaden Bittner. Guard 6'1", junior, number 3, Lincoln Adair. Guard 5'8", sophomore, number 20, Cameron Cordero. Forward 6'2", sophomore, number 24, Jordan Bittner. And center 6'7", senior, number 30, Ethan Gilbert. Broncos coached by Jason Coonsey and assisted by Brad Bittner and Justin Ranke. So looking at the starting lineups here, those heights for the Broncos, I think some of those guys stretched out between football and basketball. Some of those guys look like they grew an inch or two here on the basketball roster. A little intimidation going on there between the teams. Center, Ethan Gilbert, 6'7", be a matchup in the inside against forward, 6'8", senior, number 3, Cade Shimke. We're just moments away from our tip-off inside the Lisbon Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. Broncos overall record of 2-1, 0-1 in Region 1A. Ellendale with a 2-2 record. Out of Region 2B. Yeah, the big guy starting it out, leading things off here with our tip-off. Shimsky and Gilbert. Goes to the Cardinals. An extra inch helped him out. The advantage to the Cardinals. The top to Mullen. Mullen trying to go inside. And Bittner. Jordan Bittner taps it away. Shimsky playing the outside, now works in. Back out to Shimsky from three-point land. That's off, no good. And Jaden Bittner on the rebound gives to brother Jordan, number 24. Works it around to Cordero. 3 for Adair. That's a high arcing shot up, no good. Rolls around. And Shimsky's going to go inside. Adair up. That's blocked. He's going to be fouled there. See who goes against, likely on Adair. So Lincoln Adair picks the first team foul, first personal for Adair. So that's in the new rule for the High School Activities Association for basketball. The foul is a reset, so that's a free throw for Shimke. Picks up his first points of the game for either team. Shimsky helping out the effort tonight. Making both free throws puts the Cardinals up 2-0 at the 7:10 mark of this first quarter. Broncos working around. It goes to Cordero. Cordero's going to kick it out. Jaden Bittner from 3. That's up. Bounces around. No good. It's like Geller with the rebound brings it down quickly. Bommersbach. Over to, gets to Shimke. He's going to drive and he's fouled again, working against Jordan Bittner. Shimke's first shot rolls around and good for Shimke. 3 for 4 from the line for Shimke. Cardinals with 3 points. Broncos favoring the 3-point basket here. A couple 3-point shots put up by Adair and Bittner. They're knocked out of bounds. Broncos last game losing a tight one to the Wahpeton Huskies. It was up in Wahpeton, 62-69. Bittner over to Adair and work it around. That's Cordero from 3. That's up, off, no good for Cordero. So the speedster Cordero from the 3-point line. No good. Broncos with 2 fouls. The 6:12 mark of our first quarter. Shimke working the outside. Has Geller. Geller drives in, top of the key. Back into Shimke. Shimke open lane. Oh, to take that back. That was Mullen with the foul. Mullen with the open lane. Drives it in, picks up a foul. Going against Adair. Adair with 2 quick fouls here at the 5:58 mark for the Broncos. And Mullen's first shot is good. The Cardinals now 5 for 4 from the free throw line. Opening things up. It's been all free throws. Sinks another one, 6 for 5. The long pass over to Cordero. Taps it down, gives it to Bittner. Or to Jordan Bittner. Works it over to Jaden from 3-point. That's an NBA style, no good. The Broncos not finding the range yet. Here at the 5:30 mark. Back over to Shimke. Far side now driving in baseline. Puts it up and he's fouled again on Cordero. The Broncos. Right now can't get out of the way. Picking up another team foul. Now 14 fouls in the game for the Broncos. You got a timeout, so Coach Kunze for the Broncos called a timeout. Here on your Bank North scoreboard, Ellendale leads this one by a score of 5-0, picking up 5 throws, going 5 for 6 from the line. We'll step away and take a word from our sponsors.
Weather and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
All right, after that timeout, Bommersbach picks up 2 free throws. Puts Cardinals up here 7-0 on this 7-point run, all by the way of free throw. Now 7 of 8 from the line. Long pass over to Bittner. Thinks about it. Takes a step forward. Throws that one away. So Broncos down 7-0. Turnover on Jaden Bittner. And Coach Gunzi looking for press from the Broncos. An open lane, driving in for the easy layup is Geller. Puts Cardinals up 9-0. Geller sinking 2. The layup at the 4:30 mark, stolen. Cordero up, 2 points for Cordero. Gets the Broncos on the board as a 9-point run for the Cardinals. Geller's able to break that press by the Broncos. Now at the 4:03 mark. Lead back to 7 for the Cardinals. Going up against Bittner. Geller puts up the shot. No good rebound by Gilbert. A heads-up play by Geller. Knocks it out of bounds. Slows the Broncos down. Broncos now up. Or with the ball. The inbounds pass at the 3:50 mark. Parker Tapson in for the Broncos. Gilbert takes a seat at air. Nice fake. Gives it out to Bittner. Over to Jordan. Off, no good. Broncos still trying to find the range. Working it around. Jaden Bittner from 3. That's up and bounce around and good for Bittner. Gets it to fall for Jaden Bittner. The Broncos look like they want to live and die by the long ball. So far, that's Tapson with the rebound, picks up a foul. So that goes on number 52, Braxton Hokana. First team foul for the Cardinals. Broncos with 4, works it around to Cordero. At the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Bittner puts it up from 3 and sinks it all net for Bittner. Bittner dialed in now at the 3-minute mark. He's going to be fouled by Dare. Dare picking up his 3rd foul. Dare's going to have to take a seat. Brings in Easton Bergman. That first quarter, Dare with three personals. Going to get that 3 up there by Jaden Bittner. And Mullen with another free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Second shot also good. The subs come in, Bergman in for Adair. So Mullen going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Bomberbach 2 for 2, and Shimke 3 for 4. And 9 of 10 for the Cardinals. Broncos getting points from Jaden Bittner, a couple of 3-pointers. That's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Broncos. Was batted away by Geller. Bomberbach impressed by Jaden Bittner. Broncos with 5 team fouls. Lincoln Adair with 3. Broncos close that gap up, now down by 2 with the 2:15 mark of the first quarter. And Mullins drives in, turned away by the Broncos. And Bombersbach trying to work that inside to Shimke. It goes off of Tapson's foot. Big number 44 for the Broncos. That's thrown away. Now Tapson gets it to a Cordero. Like a grease watermelon under there. Finally, the Broncos able to control it. Cordero thinks about it, steps away, gives it over to Jordan, back to Jaden. Round the key up the top here to Cordero. Off the front of the rim, no good. Hey, Mullen brings it down, drives the lane, that puts it up off, rolls around, no good. Bittner with the rebound, doesn't see the pressure by Mullen. Mullen steals it away. Cardinal ball to minute 25. And darting in his Bombersbach, stolen away by Bittner. Bittner over to Cordero, lays it up. He's blocked by Shimke and out of bounds. The contact underneath. Shimke not called with the foul. Blocks it, goes out of bounds. Broncos ball. Broncos take it out underneath the basket over to. Tries to force it into Tapson. And Bittner tried to work it outside, didn't clear it out. Stolen away by the Cardinals. Still 10-8 lead for Ellendale at the minute mark of the first quarter. That's from 3, and it's good for Mullen. Cordero back to Bittner. Jordan drives the lane, kicks it out. 3-point up for Jaden Bittner, no good. Mullen with the rebound, brings it down. Bergman in the game for the Broncos, number 5. In for Lincoln Adair with 3 personals. Drives the lane, puts it up, off, no good by Bommersbach. Bommersbach, the younger, drives the lane, puts it up, off, no good. Cordero, that's stolen away. Mullen come darting in on that out of bounds side. Almost had a breakaway. Cordero able to wrestle the ball back away, so Broncos ball down to 15 seconds, so no shot clock in the first quarter. 13-8, Broncos playing for the last shot. Down to 9 seconds, over to Cordero. Bittner drives the lane, has an opening, puts it up and in for Bittner. Jordan Bittner puts it up. Broncos able to get 2 at the buzzer. Drops that lead to 3 points here going into the second quarter. Your Bank North scoreboard. Ellendale leads 13-10 over the Broncos. We'll go ahead and step away, take a word from our sponsors, and come back for a second quarter play live from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
It's just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter of play. Broncos down by 3. Ellendale up 13-10. Broncos picking up 6 points from Jaden Bittner. Kicked out to Jordan. Jordan able to pick up the 2 points to close things out in the first quarter. It's a little jumper off, no good. Cardinals quickly down court, gives to Shimke. Bommersbach looks around, driving the lane. Younger Bommersbach gets turned away. Geller, loose ball, picked up by Cordero. Cordero's going to drive the lane, goes in, picks it up. 2 points for Cordero. Lead now down to 1. Cordero, 4 points in the game. Cordero driving in. A little pass. Tried to get it to Welter into the game for the Broncos. And Bommersbach puts it up and in for 2. And Bommersbach just kept flowing to the basket. Got the pass. Lays it up and in for 2 points. Back to a 5-point lead for the Cardinals. Had a foul. Goes against Welter. So that goes against Bommersbach. That's his first. So Lincoln Adair back in to start the second quarter to Jaden Bittner. That's off the front, no good. Off the hands of Elliott Welter. It's Cardinal ball. The 6:24 mark of our second quarter. Broncos down by 5. Cam Cordero with 4 points in the game. Jaden Bittner with 2. Lincoln Adair with 3 personal fouls back in the game for the Broncos. Mullen tries to get it to Bommersbach. Loose ball picked up by Cordero. Fast break here for the Broncos. Bittner's going to drive in. kicks it back out, top of the key to Cordero. Bittner. Cordero drives in, jump shot. Bounces around and good for Cordero. Cordero with 4 points in the game. Stolen away, Cordero again, steals it, puts it up and in, so sinks it, and then draws the foul on the shot. So Cordero taking things into his own hands, the sophomore for the Broncos. There's 8 points, now 9 points for Cam Cordero. Going 1 for 1 from the free throw line. It's the first free throw in the game for the Broncos. Ties it up at 17. Ellendale with 1 team foul in the game. That's going against Bommersbach. Two team fouls total for, I should say he had 1 team foul in this quarter. 2 team fouls total for the game. That's 3-point put up by Mullen. So Mullen with 2 3-pointers, going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Has 10 points in the game, leading scorer so far. Cordero with 2, drives in, kicks it out. Easton Bergman from 3, up and good for Easton Bergman, drains it for Bergman. And coming off the bench, picking up a 3-point bucket for the Broncos, Easton Bergman. Bommersbach kicks it out. Mullen gets it in, losing it underneath. Nice cleanup underneath by Geller. So Geller cleans it up underneath. Has 4 points in the game. Mullen for the Cardinals with 10. Bommersbach with 4. Shimke with 5, going 3 or 4 from the free throw line, putting in another basket. Cordero drives in, kicks it out to Bittner. To Cordero, drives in, pass, jump pass over to Welter. Welter tries to clear it out. Broncos swarm the ball to Bittner. Up 3, no good, bounces around. Bommersbach brings it down, gets it to Mullen. Mullen drives in, loses it, but he's going to be fouled and pushed by Cordero. Cordero with his second personal. His first team foul of the quarter for the Broncos. The 4:02 mark of the second quarter, Broncos down by 2. And Cam Cordero with 9 points in the game for the Broncos. Jaden Bittner with 6. Jordan Bittner with 2. And Easton Bergman with 3. They're working around. Bommersbach drives it in, puts it up and in for Bommersbach, or should say, sorry, Hokana. Or Hokana. So Hokana with 2. Bergman pulls it down to Adair to Bittner from 3. Up, bounces around, off, no good. Rebound, Welter. Welter almost lost that. Broncos trying to take the offensive board, capitalize on it to Bergman, puts it up from 3, up and off, no good. That botted out of bounds by Bittner, or excuse me, by Adair. Gilbert back in, Bergman takes the seat. The Broncos do retain possession, so Cardinal play up over the back, taps it out of bounds. And over and back by the Broncos. Adair put it up, no foul underneath. A lot of contact, no foul. The Cardinals up 24-20 over the Broncos at the 3:19 mark of the second quarter. Your Bank North scoreboard. We currently sit in the second quarter, Broncos and Cardinals with 1. The Geller with 2 points. Has 6 in the game. That shot up by the Broncos, no good. Geller brings it down, gets it over to Mullen. Broncos, a lot of traffic, come away with the ball. Jade Bittner, over to brother Jordan, kicks it back out to Jaden from 3. That's off and good for 3 for Bittner. Bittner with 9. And Mullen brings it down, gives it to Shimke. Shimke kind of cooled down here. Not as involved as he was in the first quarter of play. Hook on a off the backboard three-pointer. It's 5 in the game. Welter throws a dart over to Bittner. Brother Jaden puts it up from 3. That's off, no good. And out of bounds. The Broncos are down by 6. Here on your Bank North scoreboard, we do have a timeout. Here inside Lisbon Gymnasium, the Broncos down by 6. As we head into this timeout, we'll step away, take a word from our sponsors. In return, you're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
And back for last minute, 55 of our second quarter. Ellendale up 29-23. Broncos sitting at 2-1. Ellendale at 2-2. Ellendale dropping their first 2 games of the season, both road games. Come back, pick up a pair of wins before the Christmas break. Here with our holiday editions, the Broncos sitting at 2-1, down by 6. Goes off the foot, like Cordero, but last touch by Mullen. Broncos with the ball at the minute 47 mark. Broncos try to close this lead up. Going into halftime, Cordero drives away, Shimke up, and that's slotted in and good for Cordero. So Cordero with 11 this first half. And Ellendale led 13-10 after the first quarter. Broncos and cold shooting to start things out. Finally found the mark with Bittner and Cordero heating things up for the Broncos. Bittner with 9, now Cordero with 11. That's a foul. A little offensive foul underneath for Mullen. So it's Mullen's second personal. Just 2 team fouls in this quarter for the Ellendale Cardinals. Jordan Bittner between the leg ball handling, gets it out to Welter, to Cordero, just a little bit too hard of a pass. Okina brings it down. Geller turns around, clears the ball out to Shimke. Back to Geller, going to turn around, thinks about it. Geller all over the place, in the lane, out, back outside. Bommersbach puts it up over Adair. Adair in in foul trouble. Didn't want to challenge that. So down to 25 seconds. Broncos trying to play for the last shot. Gets it to Adair. Adair takes a step, drives the lane. The baseline to Welter for 3. Welter coming alive. The Broncos down by 3, throwing away. Cardinals retain possession at the 4.7 seconds. To Shimke. Shimke jumps up over Gilbert, puts it in for 2. Time expires. That shot's up and off. no good for the Broncos. So Ellendale takes 5-point lead into the halftime. For your Bank North scoreboard, at Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. At Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. That does it for your first half of play. Ellendale takes a 33-28 lead going into the halftime. Shimke, 2-point bucket up over Gilbert. Extends that lead to 5 points for the Ellendale Cardinals. So let's step away, take a word from our sponsors. Come back for our halftime show sponsored by Olson Accounting. So Olson Accounting, if you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. That is your sponsor of our halftime show is Olson Accounting. So step away, take a word from our sponsors. Come back for halftime show sponsored by Olson Accounting.
Approach it with the same enthusiasm as your favorite sports teams. Olson Accounting dribbles through piles of paperwork and pins down deductions like a pro. They aim to come out on top and stick a refund. Tax season is about strategy and teamwork. Olson Accounting trains to be the best in class. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136. Head to rjbroadcasting.com and get your free copy, the Digital Sports Guide. It's the Winter Sports Guide for R&J Sports, and it's free, it's digital, and it's available on rjbroadcasting.com. The cover's blue, it's got great photos on it, and it's easy for you to download. Simply go to rjbroadcasting.com, click on the Winter Sports Guide, or scan the QR code if you see it on the flyer or on our social media pages or on the screens. It's the Winter Sports Guide, R&J Sports 2023-24, available now, rjbroadcasting.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon high school athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon high school athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
R&J.
Hey, welcome back. Your 2-1 Broncos up against your 2-2 Ellendale Cardinals, North Dakota Class A basketball. Broncos out of Region 1A, and your Ellendale Cardinals coming out of Region 2B for today's contest. Here at halftime, Ellendale leads us by a score of 33-28. So Shimke picking up that 2-point bucket up over Gilbert to extend that lead to 5 points going into halftime for the Cardinals. But you're scoring for the Cardinals. They're led in scoring by number 23, Milan, with 10 points. Picking up a couple three-pointers and going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Bommersbach for the Ellendale Cardinals, or Jack Bommersbach, picking up 4 points. Hey, Braxton Hokena picking up 5. Hey, Cade Shimke in the game with 9, going 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, or from the free throw line. And Anton Geller with 6 points in the game for the Ellendale Cardinals for their 33 points in the game. The Broncos led in scoring by Cameron Cordero with 11. Cordero also going 1 of 1 for the line. Broncos going 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Also, just have to add, the Cardinals going 9 of 10 in that first half of play from the free throw line. So Broncos going over their scoring, led by Cam Cordero with 11. Jaden Bittner with 9, picking up 2 3-pointers. Jordan Bittner with 2. Easton Bergerman with the 3-pointer game, along with Elliot Welter. That rounds out your scoring for the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos with Lincoln Adair in scoring trouble for the Broncos in that first quarter of play. Had to take a seat, not really able to challenge down on the defensive side for the Broncos. In foul trouble with 3 fouls in the first quarter. Coming out of the game and going in for him is Easton Bergerman. Bergerman picking up 3 points. Lincoln Adair has yet to score, along with Ethan Gilbert, starters for the Broncos. So it looks like all Ellendale Cardinals starters have scored in the game. So far here tonight, Broncos with 28 points, Ellendale Cardinals with 33. Looking at your Region 1 standings for Division 1A, Central Cass High School up on top with a 4-1 overall record, sitting at 2-0 in Region 1. Kindred High School at 1-0. Kindred, Kindred, your state champions in 2022. Central Cass, state champions in 2023. So top 2 teams right now in Region 1A. Central Cass at 4-1 overall, and Kindred High School at 3-0 overall. Wapton High School with a 2-0 record, 1-0 in Region 1. Northern Cass High School sitting at 3-1 overall. Still have yet, I believe they have a game today, so that'll be their first region contest today with Northern Cass opening up their region schedule during the holiday break. Lisbon High School, 2-1 overall, 0-1 in Region 1, dropping that game to Wahpeton High School before the Christmas break. Oak Grove, 0-1 overall, 0-2 overall, 0-1 in Region 1, and Valley City High School, 0-3 overall and 0-2 in Region 1A. Your Region 1 tournament this year is the 4th to the 9th of March. That'll be up at the Shack on the NDSU campus, so that's the 4th to the 9th of March. And then your state tournament, 14 to 16 March at the Fargo Dome this year. Last year in Bismarck, this year moved to the Fargo Dome from the 14th to the 16th of March. Your North Dakota Class B boys basketball poll here in your Olson Accounting halftime show. So Kindred Vikings sit on top with that record of 3-0. Last week they were number 2, so they moved up a spot to number 1 this week. Grafton sitting at 5-0 overall. Last week number 3, and Devils Lake with their loss with that 4-1 record moved down to the number 3 spot. Last week they were number 1. And 4 wins Minnewacan sitting at 2-2 overall last week unranked. And then Beulah with the 3-0 record sitting at the number 5 spot. So holding that down again this week in this latest Class B boys basketball poll. Region 2 with 3 teams in the top 5 for North Dakota Class A boys basketball. Region 1 with the Kindred Vikings, and then Beulah out of Region 4. Others receiving votes out of Region 1, you have Central Cass, and then also you have Shiloh Christian, Deslax Burlington, and Thompson. Other teams receiving votes. So about ready to get started with our third quarter of play here from the Ronco Gymnasium. The Cardinals with the ball to open up your third quarter. Bucket is good for Geller. Geller opens up your second half. Drops in 2. Lead up to 7. So that foul goes against Bittner. Jordan Bittner picking up his second personal. First team foul of the quarter for the Broncos of the third quarter. Well, 3 points here to open this third quarter up for Geller, dropping in a bucket, picking up the foul, converting on that free throw. Puts Cardinals up 36-28. That's knocked out by Geller. Cordero gets it out to Bittner. Works it back around, top of the key, gives it to Cordero, drives in, turned away. Out to Jordan Bittner. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Adair. Cordero for 3, off, no good. Broncos cold shooting here to start or open up this third quarter. We have a foul. Goes against Cordero. So Cordero picking up his third personal. Second team foul. Welter going in the game for the Broncos. Welter with 3 points coming off the bench along with Easton Bergeman. That's for the Broncos here at the 6:54 mark. Ellendale opens up at 3 points. Coming by way of Geller. We're number 20 for the Cardinals. The Bombers box drives in, turned away, kicks it back out. Hokana back to Geller. Shimke drives in, loses it off his foot. Fast break opportunity for Bittner. Bittner's going to go inside, lays it up, and good for Bittner. So Jordan Bittner with 2 points. Gets the Broncos on the scoreboard in the third quarter. That shot off, no good by Shimke. Welter in the far corner, now working underneath the basket. Over to Jordan Bittner. Welter back to the far corner to Gilbert. Kicks it back out. The inside game for either team, not really a factor. That's to Welter. Picks up another one. Nice touch by Welter. Pulls the Broncos within 3 points. Broncos now with 5 unanswered. Knocked away by Welter. A fast twitch muscle action by Welter. Knocks that ball away. Welter far corner to Jaden Bittner, back to Jordan. Works it inside to Adair to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to put it up, goes up. Foul, no foul underneath. So Shimke comes away with it. Looked like Shimke carried the ball, but to get a timeout for the Cardinals, settle things down, sit them back down for a little bit. You're at the 30-second timeout, so we'll step away, take a word from our sponsors, and return. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
A full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Hi.
Your Bank North scoreboard, Broncos putting on 5 points in your third quarter of play. Ellendale Cardinals with 3. Broncos pull within 3 now, down 36-33 your third quarter at the 5:16 mark. Bommersbach turned away by Bittner. Volkana working against Welter. Back to Geller, now to Bommersbach. Like all starters back in the game for the Cardinals. Geller puts it up and in, working against Welter. They had the inside track on that. Geller with 2. Has all the scoring so far in this third quarter for the Cardinals, putting in 5 points. And down to 4:38. Elliott Welter works it around to Bittner. Free throw line off, no good. Jump shot by Bittner. Gilbert with the rebound. Puts it up and in for Gilbert with 2 points. First 2 points of the game for Gilbert for the Broncos. Lincoln Adair has yet to score for Lisbon. And Broncos will need Adair here to heat up in that third quarter. The Geller goes up and it's fouled by Adair, so Adair's going to pick up his 4th foul. Okay, so what's his 3rd? I guess that's off on that. I thought that was his 4th. Adair with the rebound. A rare miss by the Cardinals. Geller. 1 of 2. That's Gilbert making his presence known now on the inside for the Broncos. To Shimke from the outside. That's off and good for Shimke for 3 points. I'm a couple points behind on the scoreboard now for 37-43 lead. Back to 6 points for Ellendale, 3:10 mark. Adair's going to clear it out. Hook pass over to Bittner, goes out of bounds. Coach Jason Coonsey for the Broncos takes this time out. Your Bank North scoreboard, Ellendale leads 43-37. Your third quarter at the 3:04 mark. Step away, take a word from our sponsors, and return back to Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
And we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Ryder Burris. I'm confident on the ice. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Back from our timeout called by the Lisbon Broncos. It's Cardinal ball. at the 3:04 mark. Geller darts down, gets it to Shimke. Ball just touches the line there. Shimke looked like he had policed it up. Broncos down by 6. Down to 2:53 of the third quarter. Over to Adair with 3 personals. Back to Bittner. That's Jaden Bittner with the ball, number 2. Adair takes his eye off it, gets to Jaden Bittner from 3. That's up, no good. Off the front of the rim with Geller comes away at the rebound for the Cardinals. Over to Mullen. Mullen scoreless in this third quarter. Picked up 10 in the first half of play. Over to Geller. Guarded by Jordan Bittner. That's Bommersbach working inside. Turnaround jump shot. That's up. No good. Rebound. Bittner. Jordan Bittner with the rebound. 2:05 mark. Works it inside. Goes to Tapson. To Dare. See if Dare can sink this for 3. No good. Bittner back to Adair. Dare's going to drive in. Feeds it to Tapson. Tapson just too deep underneath. A great pass by Adair. No look pass. Gets it to Tapson. Tapson just a little too deep underneath the backboard. Goes to Shimke. Back to Bommersbach. Geller with the hot hand for the Cardinals. Going to drive in. Gets it to Bommersbach from 3. That's up. Off. No good. Rebound. Bittner. Goes off a Geller's foot. Broncos retain possession. Tapson takes a seat along with Cordero. So Ethan Gilbert back in the game. To the Bittner. Back to Jade inside to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to turn around. Little hook shot over the top. No good. Now under a minute into the third quarter. Mullen drives the lane. Puts it up. Off the backboard. No good. Rebound Cardinals. To Geller from 3. That's up. No good. Rebound. Adair's underneath. Challenges. Ball goes out of bounds. And Cardinal ball. So we're down to .40 seconds. Bergman subs in for Adair. The Cardinals work around the top to keep Shimke from 3. That's off, no good. To Bittner. Oh. A great defense there. A little screen job by Shimke coming down the court. Bittner loses track of the ball. Mullen gets it to Bommersbach. Bommersbach cross half court. Working against Jaden Bittner. Bittner steals it away. Gets it to Welter just a little bit too far. And Bittner kicks it out to Welter. Welter had a step. Couldn't find the handle on the pass. Working inside. Here's Geller going up against Jordan Bittner. That's off the foot of Bergman. 5 seconds to go in the third. Still a 37-43 lead, or 43-37 lead for Ellendale Cardinals. It's off Bittner. Bittner looks around, gets it to Welter. Jaden Bittner, that puts it up off, no good. At the buzzer, so that does it for your third quarter. 43-37 Ellendale Cardinals. We'll step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back here live from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
We believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. how well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Hey, welcome back. Fourth quarter, Broncos down by 6 to the Ellendale Cardinals. Scoreboard sponsor tonight here by Bank North. Cardinals lead 43-37 over the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos inbound. That's stolen away by Bommersbach. Kicks it out to Geller. Geller's going to drive in. That's fouled. Still holding his position. It was Bittner. Bittner called with the foul. I believe that's his third. So Jordan Bittner with his third personal. Geller now 0 for 2 from free throw line. Score still 43-37. Oh, 44-37. Geller going 1 of 3. A dart pass over to Bittner inside to Gilbert. A little hard off with the rebound. Yeah, Dare thought about it. Stolen away by the Cardinals. A little indecisive underneath by Adair. Tried to get it back to Gilbert. Cardinals batted away. Now here's Bommersbach. Gets it to Geller. Drives inside. Turned away by the Broncos. Mullen, he's going to be called for a travel. Jordan Bittner, jump shot up and over, up, no good. Rebound by Shimke. Bommersbach gets it to Geller. Geller looks around, gets it back to Shimke. Mullen to Bommersbach, drives in, working against Bittner. He's called for the foul. The 6:39 fourth quarter. Ellendale leads now 46-44. Geller darts in, lays it up and in. Broncos now a little sense of urgency. Down to 6:24. Dare with the rebound. Batted away, goes to the floor. Lincoln Adair. Cardinals coming away with the ball. Looking to Hoken, kicks it back out to Shimke to Geller. Geller's going to drive in, has it wide open underneath. Picks it up and in for Geller. Gets a step on Lincoln Adair. Increase that lead now to 11. Geller, the hot hand for the Cardinals. To Dare, now to Cordero for 3. That's up and good for Cordero. So Cordero, first points of the second half for the Broncos. Had 11 in the first half of play. That's up. No good. Rebound by Gilbert to Bittner. Broncos quickly down court. Adair all alone underneath. Put up by Cordero. No good. Ball to Shimke. Gets it back to Mullen. Mullen brings it down court. And timeout by the Cardinals. Broncos now down 48-40. Your Bank North scoreboard at the 5:13 mark of your fourth quarter. We'll step away, take a word from our sponsors. Back in 30 seconds.
Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Back here, Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick. The Ellendale Cardinals lead by a score of 48-40. Cam Cordero picking up his first points of the second half of play. That three-pointer pulls the Broncos within 8. We're down by 11. Biggest lead of the game for the Ellendale Cardinals. Welter also with a three-pointer in the second half for the Broncos, with Jaden Bittner scoring 2. And Anton Geller for Ellendale Cardinals having a big second half. Had 6 points in the first half. Total of 14 in the game for Geller. And Geller now shoots to the baseline, picks it up around Adair. Geller continues to be a thorn in the side for the Broncos. A foul goes against Mullen. Mullen first personal. Or third personal for Mullen. And at the 5-minute mark, Broncos down by 10. Bittner drives in, fouled by Mullen. So Mullen picks up another one, his fourth. So Wagner, number 12, in for the Cardinals. Mullen takes a seat. Cordero gets it to Bittner, down to 4:47. Broncos down by 10. Cordero open here, Bittner in the far corner. Cordero's going to drive in, lays it up. Back around, no good. Rebound by Shimke. Down to 4:30 this fourth quarter. Yeah, Ellendale's led this whole game. Led 13-10 first quarter, 33-28 at half. Up 43-37. At the end of the third quarter, so Dare with his fourth personal. Shimke, first shot, no good. Shimke with 9 points in the first half. Went 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Been quiet most of the second half here, with Ellendale up 50-40. Welter underneath, that's going to roll off Welter's fingertips, so retained by the Cardinals. So Geller challenges Welter for the rebound. Welter not able to hang on to it. Here's Wagner, inbounds up. Bombers box, steps in, gets it to Wagner. Geller goes baseline. It's worked for him 2 or 3 times in this third quarter. He's tied up by Bittner. Ball for the Cardinals down at the 4:09 mark of our fourth quarter. So Cordero eyeballed that pass, stole it away, goes in coast to coast, and good for 2 for Cam Cordero. Yeah. A stop and play Not sure what that was about, but Cordero now with 5 points in the second half. 16 for the game. Geller with the ball, challenged by Bittner. Bommersbach down to 3:40, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Shimke. Inside, Geller puts it up, knocked out by the Broncos. Shimke all alone, 3-point, that's up. Bounce around, no good. Goes out of bounds. So good break by the Broncos. Deflects off the top of the shot clock. Out of bounds call. Gets it to Bittner. Geller with the steal, goes up against Cordero underneath, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in for 2. The Broncos slow to follow that up. Cordero down there with the defense. Geller having himself a second half. Cordero drives in, puts it up, that's blocked by Shimke. Tallest player on the court going up against the shortest. Shimke and Cordero. Cordero is going to put it up from 3. Off, no good. Rebound, Welter goes around. Ball still loose. Broncos rebound it. Bittner puts it up. That looks good from here. Up, off, no good. Bittner with the steal. Open lane, puts it up. Rolls around and good for 2 for Bittner with the hustle underneath. We have timeout by the Cardinals. Now 2:54 mark. Your Bank North scoreboard. Ellendale leads 52-44. A step away, take another word from our sponsors. We're back in 30 seconds.
That all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey, welcome back. Cardinals, after the timeout, inbound. That's stolen away. Cordero's going to go up, lays it up, left-hander up and good for Cordero. Quick 2 points for the Broncos, just what they needed coming out of the halftime. Cordero, he's with the foul on Geller. So Lincoln Adair, Camp Cordero, both with 4 personal fouls. Number 23, Mullen for the Cardinals with 4 personal. Geller breaks the press by the Broncos. Working against Adair. Loses control. Goes off the foot of Adair. So Geller slams the ball off the foot, goes out of bounds. That pass by Mullen goes out. Turnover by the Cardinals. So Welter trots over to inbound it. Wagner in the game. Mullen takes a seat. Broncos down by 6. Adair takes his eye off the ball. Gets it to Wagner. 3-on-1. Now Broncos down court. Quickly fill in the lane. Shimke kicks it back out. Bittner with the steal. Bittner all alone. Going to put it up left-hander up and good for Bittner. Jaden Bittner quickly down court is Geller. Broncos double team Geller, putting pressure on him. You got a timeout by the Cardinals. Here in the Bank North scoreboard, Broncos close it now, down 48-52 with 2:08 to go in your fourth quarter of play. We'll step away, take another word from our sponsors.
Integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
All right. Call's starting to fall the way of the Broncos in this fourth quarter. Close the gap now, down by 4, 52-48. The Ellendale's led the whole game, up 13-10 to the first quarter, led 33-28 at halftime, up 43-37 at the end of the third quarter. Now lead the Broncos 52-48. Biggest lead of the game was 11 in that third quarter of play. Broncos chipped away at it, now down by 4. Broncos back in action. After tonight's game here during the holiday break, they take on Valley City on the 2nd of January, come back on the 5th of January versus Sargent County at home, and then play at Richland on the 8th of January. So coming up after the Christmas break, Bronco boys busy. That inbound pass to Geller beats Bittner, puts in 2, stops the bleeding for the Cardinals. Big 2 points for Geller. And a breakout second half for Geller for the Cardinals. I believe that's 14 now in the second half. Has 20 in the game. That's off of Welter. Out of bounds, so turnover by Elliott Welter. Down a minute 47. Couple three-pointers ties this thing up for the Broncos. Break the press. Geller has open lane, goes baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Welter. Kicks it out to Bittner. Trying to force it in, does get it to Adair, kicks it out to Jordan Bittner from 3, it off, no good, rolls around Bittner, and Adair goes to Bombers back down to minute 24. Bombersbach goes up, off, no good. Broncos quickly down court, down to minute 14. Cordero goes up, blocked by Shimke and out of bounds. And once again, that matchup, Cordero and Shimke. Wagner back in the game for Mullen. Inbound pass, Bittner gets it to brother Jordan. Out to Cordero, down to a minute. Jaden Bittner puts it up from 3, that looks off, no good. No foul. Coach Coonsey looking for the foul. Geller, now taken by Bittner to Adair, is going to lay it up left-hander. Picks it to Bittner for 2. Got a timeout by the Broncos. Lead back to 4 for the Ellendale Cardinals. So here, 54-50 lead for Ellendale, down to 47.3 seconds in the game. Jaden Bittner coming alive in this fourth quarter now with 4 points in the fourth quarter. Cam Cordero with 7 points in the second half of play. Has 18 overall for the Broncos. And Elliott Welter with 6 points in the game. Couple of threes, 3 in the first half of play, another one in the second half. The story for the Ellendale Cardinals is Anton Geller. Geller right now has 20 points in the game. We're coming out of this timeout. Gets it into Geller, pressed by the Broncos, down to 43. The Bombersbach all alone underneath. There's Holkena driving the lane as Bombersbach puts it up and he's fouled by Welter. Down to 35 seconds. Broncos down by 6. Ellendale next action is on the 30th of 30 December versus Maple River. And come back on the 5th of January and play Williston Trinity. Inbound to Bittner. Bittner puts it up from 3, off, no good. High arcing rebound for Bittner. Back to Jaden, top of the key, off, no good. Down to 21 seconds. Broncos going to follow Shimke. Shimke goes to the line for 2. So subs going in. So that's Adair. That foul goes against Adair. He fouls out. That was going up against Welter, but Adair called for the foul. Lincoln today, more fouls and points. Probably not a game you wanted to have during the holiday break. Get that one out of your system for Lincoln Adair. Shimke, first one, rolls off, no good. Second shot up and good, so Shimke converts. Broncos now need 3 buckets for Cordero. Air ball. Mullen, pressure underneath. Geller stolen away. Broncos, Bergman up. Bittner, reverse layup. And that'll do it for the game. So Ellendale Cardinals defeat the Lisbon Broncos by a score of 57-50 on your Bank North scoreboard. Here during your holiday break. Broncos lose by 7. Ellendale led the whole game, led 13-10 after the first quarter, 33-28 after the second, 43-37 after the third. They walk away with the victory today, 57-50. We're going to step away, come back for your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, along with your RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, as well as your post-game recap. So we'll step away, take a few words from our sponsors, come back here live from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. As we jump into tax season, let's approach it with the same enthusiasm as your favorite sports teams. Olson Accounting dribbles through piles of paperwork and pins down deductions like a pro. They aim to come out on top and stick a refund. Tax season is about strategy and teamwork. Olson Accounting trains to be the best in class. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in...
Hey, welcome back here, Lisbon High School Gymnasium, home of the Lisbon Broncos. Tonight, Broncos dropped this game 57-50 for your final, your holiday edition from Lisbon, North Dakota. Ellendale led this whole game. After the first quarter, they're up 13-10. Going into halftime, they are up 33-28, led 43-37 after the third quarter, and finished the game out winning 57-50 over the Lisbon Broncos. Leading all scorers today is Anton Geller. Geller with 20 points, had 14 in the second half of play. He came alive, had 6 in the first. So Anton Geller leading all scorers with 20 points. That was followed by Cam Cordero for the Lisbon Broncos with 18. Cordero putting in 11 in the first half, held to 7 points in the second half of play. So those are your two leading scorers for the Broncos. Cam Cordero for Ellendale Cardinals. It's Anton Geller. Also in double digits is number 23 Milan for Ellendale Cardinals with 10, along with Shimke with 10 points in the game. Jordan Bittner for the Broncos with 13 in the game. Also in scoring for Ellendale Cardinals, we had Bommersbach with 4. Hokana with 5. And also in the game was Wagner with no points in the game for Ellendale Cardinals. Ellendale went 11-16 from the free throw line. Broncos finding themselves in foul trouble in that first half with Lincoln Adair getting into some foul trouble in that first half of play, and then later following out in that fourth quarter. Cam Cordero and Jordan Bittner also picking up 4 fouls in the game for the Broncos. So Lisbon not getting the calls here tonight from the Stripes. Number of players in foul trouble. In your scoring column for the Broncos, we had Jordan Bittner with 13 points, Cam Cordero with 18, Jaden Bittner with 6, Easton Bergerman with 3, and Elliot Welter putting in a couple three-pointers, and one in the first, one in the second half of plays for 6 points. That rounds out your scoring for Lisbon Broncos. Broncos not finding much success or many attempts from that free throw line, just going 1-of-1 from the free throw line. And that was to Cam Cordero. So Cam Cordero putting in the only free throw for the Broncos tonight. And part of his 18-point night for the Lisbon Broncos. Their Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy from Enbridge, Energy for Life. Visit Enbridge.com for career opportunities. That goes to Anton Geller from the Ellendale Cardinals. Geller, magnificent second half of play, putting in 14 points. Doing most of the scoring in that second half for the Ellendale Cardinals. Had 20 in the game, and he is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That goes out to Anton Geller of the Ellendale Cardinals. Your Precision Play, RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. For RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton for precision planning, updates, information, and questions, contact RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton. That's at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. That's RDK Enterprises. They're here to help you. And that goes out to Cam Cordero for the Lisbon Broncos. Cordero starting the game for the Broncos today, putting in 11 points in that first half of play, and also 7 in the second half for his total of 18 points. So that goes up to your precision play of the game here for Cameron Cordero, getting the start today for the Broncos. The sophomore going up against Shimke for Ellendale for Ellendale. So Caden Shimke listed at 6'8". And you have Cameron Cordero for the Lisbon Broncos listed at 5'8". So you have the tallest, shortest player going at it a couple times underneath, with Shimke coming out on top. But all the props here to Cameron Cordero, the competitor that he is, not afraid to go inside and work up against Shimke. So Cam Cordero picking up your precision play of the game out of RDK Enterprises. So that goes out to Cameron Cordero. And we'd like to thank Enbridge Energy for sponsoring our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and RDK Enterprises for our precision play of the game. Those are your two sponsors here in our post-game show. with your final night, Ellendale up over the Broncos, winning 57-50. Broncos back in action on the 2nd of January at Valley City. Come back for a home game on the 5th of January versus Sargent County. And then on another away game on the 8th of January, that's at Richland. Ellendale, after this game tonight, they take on Maple River on the 30th of December. On the 5th of January, they travel and take on, they have a home game versus Williston Trinity. So I should say they have 2 home games coming up for Ellendale. That's on the 30th of December versus Maple River, and then on the 5th of January versus Williston Trinity. The Broncos now drop to 2-2 overall, still 0-1 in Region 1A. And Ellendale Cardinals improving to 3-2 overall. Had a couple road games to start out the season, but on a 3-game win streak now for the Ellendale Cardinals, that they improved to 3-2 overall in their 2023-2024 campaign of your North Dakota High School boys basketball season. And some of your other games around the state and around the region, we had Stanley taking on Northern Cass tonight. That's Region 3A, Stanley taking on Northern Cass. That game started at 3 o'clock. Hillsborough Central Valley playing Sargent County. That game also with a 3 o'clock tip-off. That's Hillsborough Central Valley out of Region 2A taking on Sargent County out of Region 1B. Then we have Larimore taking on Ridgeman. That's Region 2B versus 1B. That was a 5 p.m. tip-off. Strasburg Zeeland taking on Edgeley Colmo Pillier. That was a 5 p.m. tip-off. A couple of Region 1 teams going at it out of Region 1B here for North Dakota boys basketball. Turtle Mountain and Killdeer, Region 3A taking on 4A. That was a 5 p.m. tip-off. Bismarck Silo Christian out of 4A. The taking on Dunseith out of 3A. That's a 6:30 p.m. tip-off along with Inderland taking on Hatton Northwood. So the Eagles out of Region 1B taking on Hatton Northwood out of 2B. That's a 7:30 p.m. tip-off for the Inderland Eagles. And that rounds out your area games along with your Division A and some of your Division B games for tonight, around tonight's schedule. The Broncos back in action at Valley City on the 2nd of January with Ellendale Cardinals back in action on the 30th of December. So that does it from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Broncos down 57-50 to the Ellendale Cardinals. Good sign off. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Here from YourLiveEvent.com, I'm sports announcer guy Brent Dick. We'll see you back here on the 5th of January for that game between the Lisbon Broncos and the Sargent County Bulldogs.